Facebook ads, no TikTok videos, no website, affiliate marketing without the usual roadblocks? Yes, it's possible. There's an invisible traffic source with virtually zero competition that's been right under everyone's nose. It gave me a fighting chance when all those oversaturated platforms failed.
Hi, I'm Adam Sherrington.
Yeah.
Spiritual awakening, spiritual alignment. Well, peace and blessings. Welcome to Team Angie. If you enjoyed so far, make sure you subscribe to my channel, like and comment on the video. Also, share the video as well so that it can reach more people who looking for information like this, looking to change their life in a positive way and financial way as well. If you're looking to manage stress and anxiety, I have tips and tools for you. Actionable steps to take, 7 days of peace of mind. But nevertheless, that blog post is in my email list. All you do is join my email list by typing in your email into I like to put positive vibes out into the universe. I also advocate for mental health awareness. And by doing so, I put out positive vibes into the universe by reading from my daily book of inspiration. This is the daily word of inspiration for today of October the 7th, 2025. This word comes from the book of Jesus Calling, Enjoying Peace in His Presence, written by Sarah Young. And this is the word for October. In order to hear my voice, you must release all your worries into my care. Entrust to me everything that concerns you. This clears the way for you to seek my face unhindered. Let me free your let me free you from that is hiding deep inside you, from that fear that is hiding deep inside you. Sit quietly in my presence, allowing my light to soak into you and drive out any darkness lodged within you. Accept each day just as it comes to you, remembering that I am sovereign over your life. Rejoice in this day that I have made, trusting that I am present, and abundantly present in it. Instead of regretting or resenting the way things are, thank me in all circumstances. Trust me and don't be fearful. Thank me and rest in my sovereignty. This reading of today was inspired from the book of First Peter, chapter 5, verse 6 through 7. Also, this reading was inspired from the book of Psalms, chapter 118, verse 24. And last but never the least, this was inspired by the book of First Thessalonians, chapter 5, verse 15. This word was inspired from books of the Bible, and for you all, for the hearers and the readers of His word. Let it be a blessing on you and for you and to you on this day. This here for me is a money making activity, but if you are looking for passive income online, a live mentorship, that this blueprint is for down below. I will show you examples of product and services I have available, and also this free money making activity where you can get started today. The free blueprint is for those of you who are trying to earn while you learn. Payment plans available. But for those of you who just want a little experience, you don't have much money, and you want a little something to get started, this right here is an opportunity for you. And I'll show you what I've been doing and how I do it, so you can level up until you get your situation right, and you want to invest in other things. Um, what I'm about to share with y'all is a money making activity, which you get started with today. Then we about to get back into this video. This how I've been leveling up, and I just took a couple of dollars off to spend for my pleasure. Then we still got this in here, but we waiting until the 9th. We waiting until the 9th because um we letting this gain interest, for one, and for two, the move we want to make hasn't happened yet. Today is Tuesday, which I had envisioned that at least it'd be today or Monday or Tuesday was my prediction dates, but that date hasn't come to pass yet. So now we're going on the third day, maybe even till Thursday. I don't know, but Thursday today, this is supposed to be dropping. As you can see, it's expected to drop, but things can change at any time. I was thinking that had that price drop before Thursday, but today is already Tuesday, so it might drop tonight. It opens around 9 o'clock. That's why I left a little money on here to buy this. And then what we was doing was doubling this up off the sports. So now that that's over with, we just gonna have to wait 2 days. And why? Because we're gonna buy some cryptos and then double up with those. And it's doing exactly what I expected it to do. And what I'm gonna show you. Cause tomorrow double up again. So yeah, it's doing exactly what I expected. Yup. This right here, right? We waiting it to go like 9, which was like 988. But tomorrow it should go to like 9-11. That's around its lowest. And we're gonna buy in, not tomorrow, but on the 9th. We're gonna buy in and then we're gonna take profit until the 14th. So let me show you what I'm getting this information from. This is last year's chart. So currently it's at 96.810, October 7th. So it's going to drop to like October 9th, what I was expecting, which really is at October 10th. But as you can see, this is where we at with it, like right here. October 9th is when it's going to drop its lowest to like 911. So we're going to buy in on October 11th, October the 9th, and we're going to cash out again on October 14th. So that's a nice profit we're going to make. So that's how we, what's that, next Tuesday? And plus over the weekend. So we're going to buy like at least like 75 worth. And then the 9th. So we're going to buy like 70 worth. Then whatever, how much that IPO cost, that stock, we're going to buy that for like 30 some bucks. And then with the rest of the money, we're going to flip it. We're going to double it up because it'll be like around the weekend. And we got more sports, so we could, this other money is being tied up. And the reason we're not going to buy it all because we don't want to tie everything up and then miss out on other opportunities. Plus, you know, it's going to be a couple of days or whatever until we able to take profit. So while this money working, we want to have a little money extra to be able to work as well and not be tied up because we do want to take profits, but we also want to capitalize on other situations. And that's how you keep scaling up just a little bit throughout the week. But majority of these, what I do is for like long term, for like a month, couple months. Because after a couple months, then you got a significant amount where, you know, you could take half of that or a third, even more than a third, or spend it, whatever, right? But it's enough to get you by for a while. Plus, you have enough to reinvest too. So, you know, you just doing this every other couple months. You'll just be spending the money throughout the month on emergencies or whatever you're going to spend it on. Unless you're doing this right here and you scaling up. So you really don't have much time to be like, you know, of course you're going to spend a little bit at a time like I do, but majority of the time you know, you popping it like I'm getting ready to do the next 48 hours. We gonna chop and then we gonna let it work its magic until probably like 72 hours, a few more days. But in the meantime, we gonna be doubling up the money off the sports. We gonna do data analysis and check out what makes sense, and then we're gonna put money on that, and we're gonna double it up, and then we're gonna just let that money sit until everything else finish working itself out and invest in them. But this is what we're doing for the next 90 days so we could maximize profit before the end of the year. And December 9th, we'll have a significant amount of profit, and we could either spend it on holidays or just take that money and start making it work towards something else so we could build our savings and emergency fund. And then around that time too, while we doing that, we'll be able to sell this one, this stock, because it'll be so we'll then have this for about a month and we'll just take profit with this. And we paid $14 to get this. So everybody been taking their profit since the beginning and even now, but I'm just gonna hold out, you know, because they got a lot of potential. They've been holding on. They've been doing their thing. And we just gonna take whatever profit we can after the 90 days. I mean, after the 60 days, 30 days. But yeah, we getting ready to buy some cryptos in 2 days. We waiting on that price to drop a little more. And that's the power of data analysts, because history usually repeats itself. A lot of people want something different because every year seems the same. They're doing the same thing year after year, season after season. Of course, you do things differently from the summer through the winter, but nevertheless, this summer is the same as last summer. And because we are creatures of habit, and little do you know, you have certain habits that keep you in that loop. And that's a good thing and a bad thing within itself. The bad thing is if you're not in a good habit, you're not making good progress. And vice versa, if you're having bad habits, it's causing, you know, you to not get to the future you desire. It's keeping you stuck in that same undesirable state. But whatever, right? As far as this, why it's important and why it matters and why it's a good thing, because you have a good idea on what these companies are going to do as far as how they're performing financially for QA or Q2, throughout the quarters, throughout the season. This season in particular, this company and other companies that I will show you guys is doing the exact same thing. As you can see, these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's say 5, because this one is a little bit different. But all 5 of these are doing the exact same thing. So next year around this time, you'll know these 5 companies are going to do the same thing. So if you was on the Forex chart, you'll know you want to sell and make some profit, because this is a significant move. 5%, 6%. That's like a $600 move or a $6 move or a 60-cent move at that 6%, depending on how you trading and what you're trading. That's why I was like, you want to look at these because those are big moves. But anyway, as far as the upside, this is a good thing as well, because when it's red, that means the prices are low. So you can buy in more and just grow with that price because it's affordable, right? And what I was just showing you guys, as far as history repeating itself, today, especially today, and then until the next 48 hours, the next 2 days for this week, and we're getting ready to buy in. We just took profit yesterday when it was at like 9:30. So that was yesterday. We just sold out, and we was earning like $2 profit because we bought in kind of high. We bought in at like 9. Really, it was 9:40, but they clocked in as far as the spread at 9:60ish. So I wasn't taking profit until it reached 9:78, 9:70ish. And around that time, it reached to 10:30, and I was up $2 at 2 million coins. So while we was doing the other little things, the money making activities, we was scaling up. So now when we buy back in, we're gonna have 14 million instead of 2 million. So that's the power of just doing these money making activities and scaling up, because not only you'll have more millions or however many coins you got, but you'll have more spending money and more money to invest and then more money to take profit. So this is the history we're repeating right now. We're gonna go to this little bitty dip, and these are small dips, like but that's a decent profit. Like now, instead of getting $2 profit, it's gonna be like a 10, and it's all crypto. And that's like a decent little profit. That's way more than what I just profited, because I'll be able to buy in way lower this time. Instead of at 960, I'll be buying in at 900. So that's like already more 60 percent, 6% gain, which is probably like $6 or like probably about like $5, depending on how much I could buy in at that price, which is a lower price. So the profit is more. And then we're gonna cash out on the 5th, the 14th, when it's like 1089 down there at 1090. October 14th, 2024. And we're gonna sell out, take 3rd or the 4th. Like around November 3rd at 3 in the morning. 12 to like 3 in the morning. We're gonna be checking the price. So actually November 4th. At this little dip, November 5th. See where I'm at, right? These little dips, because these profits to take. And then this is gonna be the biggest profit we take for a couple days. We could take profit, sell, buy back in, and then take profit again, or you could just, let some of your profit go down for a while. Hold on, just hold on, and just wait. Highest peak, and then you'll sell December 8th and get the max profit because you have been bought in way down here. And you wouldn't have sold out because, it came in a profit a little bit and it shot out. But we're going to be doing that with this one, with Bunk, and with Hedera, I believe. Not Hedera, but for sure, this one and Bunk. And we're going to be profiting on both those coins at the same time within the same 90 days. Is what we'll be doing with these two. But as you can see, we don't have any right now because we waiting on the price to drop as low as it can until October 9th, which is about 50 more percent from what it is now. And that's how we've been profiting. And plus on Sundays and Mondays, football. Plus you got baseball, basketball. And this is how I do it. Like last night I bet against my favorite team, the Chiefs. And it ain't about, oh, I like this team, I'm rocking with them. No. It's about like, um, strategy. I figured plus that was the winning team. They was favored 2-2 against another team that I don't really know. I forgot. But so I'm like, okay, this how I looked at it. This how I figure, right? Chiefs, I love this team. I know this team. And any other time I bet with them to win. I know they're a good team and they can win. But okay, as far as making money, they could afford to lose. Ain't nobody expecting them to lose. And if they do, they ain't gonna lose by much, but at the same time, they could get paid for losing. And plus everybody going against them anyway. Everybody betting with them anyway. It's like shit, why not go with the underdogs? Who expect them to win? Against a team that's known to win, right? Then I look at it like this, like Kansas, they're a popular team. Plus they like you could basically say they southern teams just won. So it's like they're not gonna keep winning back to back. So I'm like, yeah, they expect the East Coast to win or down south or whatever. Like that's how I'm looking at the logic of it. Besides, oh they this a favorite team, they and then it's enticing because it's like, oh, it was like 60 cents to 31 cents or something like that. So if I bet on the underdogs, then I got a 70 cent win off $1. So 70 times 90 or 70 times whatever, right? You basically get majority of the dollar back. So that's how the bets go. And of course, I'm not going to do that every time. Like I'll go with the underdogs. It's just looking at the logic. Someone was telling me to bet it all, but again, that's when I chose wrong. I choose to go by how I feel instead of my logic on making money, right? And of course, there's no risk, no reward. You don't see opportunity if you don't see the risk. The risk was me just spending on my account, which I didn't want to do because I was like, oh, this price gonna drop. I had a little logic to it, but I was emotional tied to it. Like, oh, I'm gonna spend it all because whatever, whatever. Right? I ain't gonna get into that, but just to be accountable and to be honest, that's why I didn't profit more than what I did because I didn't listen to myself. But I'm learning more and more. Like, okay, go with what I know instead of how I feel because how I feel just made me miss out. No, with this is what I know, and that's what I'm going by. What I know, and I'm just trusting what I know more and more instead of how I feel. Because how I feel it make me miss out on money, and it is what it is, right? Like emotions don't make money. Emotions don't always make sense. It's just something you feel from whatever, but it don't mean neglect how you feel. Just get down to the root. What is causing this, and try to figure that out, right? And what I figured out from that was like I was just working out fear. That's the honest truth. But it's uncomfortable when you doing stuff like this because you don't know. But whatever leading you that way, it's working it out for you. Like I I want to never thought to come this way to do this, but it makes sense. Like you can see the money adding up. Just keep adding up because it makes sense. But it don't make sense to go against what some telling you because you don't know. That's the scary part. But we know now, as far as that part, that end of making money and doing it like that. So I'm gonna put this in there. You can get $5 worth for next time. I said that last time. Like next time, I'm gonna just put it all up. Like I'll just bet 150, and then I'll go with the underdogs depending on who playing or what's going on, and then I'll come up like that, like 300, like 330 or something like that. Because when you do the underdogs, then they pay you more. Like I only pay like first I paid 16, and then I got uh like 54. Then I paid 30, and I got 90. This time I'm gonna pay like 150. You probably get like 320. And even with the crypto too, like I'll just buy like 14 million. That's like 140. What I was just showing y'all, like $5 first, $5 worth of free stocks and shares, and then you want to learn how to flip that count, and then upscale with it, and you probably use that money to invest in other things. Like I invest in a lot of different things. This is just the market, and I like the markets because there's multiple ways you can get paid off of one app. But this is just one app that has markets, and I have different apps that I use that has markets, that I have different cryptocurrencies on. This one I just like because I got stocks and crypto, And the other ones I use strictly only for different cryptos and NFTs and stuff like that. It's all digital currency though. Whatever. So that's what these is for. It's a crypto wallet. And for this one, you don't need to have a crypto wallet to invest in stocks and or cryptos.